Summer is often the busiest time of year on my childhood Minecraft world, and after a very chaotic summer of 2025 with my friends, we are ready to tackle yet another season. But this year will be a little different. Screw the goals, screw the checklist. It's time to lay back, relax, and enjoy this time together until the sun sets and our future begins. Welcome back to the Slam City Summer. Hello my employees, and welcome back to another episode of the Slam City Summer, the series where my friends and I return to our childhood Minecraft world to celebrate the summer as if we were kids again. My name is Nightwing7974, and it is an honor for you to be spending your summer here with us. If you go on to enjoy this episode of Slam City, make sure to hit that like button to support the series, and subscribe to become an employee today if you haven't already. If you haven't seen the last episode of Slam City, it went a little like this.
I am the statue. I'm okay with being that short for a hog.
Shut up. Has currently hit it harder than 9/11. This is a maple tree. Got a lot of people in my comment section saying they...
Wall couch.
Oh, okay, yeah, thanks for breaking my fucking back window, you asshat. And if all that looked interesting to you, I'll leave the link to the full episode up in the top right there for you. On today's episode of Slam City, I have some really cool things to show you guys. So, as you guys know from last episode, we took the texture pack off of Slam City for the first time in, God, close to a decade, honestly, at this point. For the first time in 7 years, the pack is gone, and we've been hard at work ever since in bringing the world back to its vanilla-looking roots. However, there's something I have to show you guys, because we added another texture pack to the world, and you can't see it here, so allow me to show you guys what Slam City is going to look like moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new permanent look for Slam City. Now, some of you might be wondering how the fuck this looks like this, and I will answer that by escaping. I meant hitting my escape key. This right here, Minecraft with Prisma. Now, if you're a Bedrock player, let me just find it. If you're a Bedrock player, you have to at least be somewhat familiar with the Prisma Visuals texture pack. A pack that, in my honest opinion, actually looks a lot better than even some Java shaders out there. I mean, come on, look at some of this. This is what I love. Some Java shaders go overboard with their realism, but Prisma just seems to, I don't know, just enhance that vanilla experience so much, and that's what my friends and I are loving right now. This pack was actually recommended to me by Ford and Peach. They played with it on their survival worlds, and they really wanted to see what it looked like on Slam City, and this is what it looks like. The flying animations are a bit weird, seeing as that I look like I'm Superman, but I'm Naruto running. That is the last thing on my mind because, God, what words do I even need to say? Just fucking look at this. Look at the sun. Now, the best thing about Prisma Visuals is that this texture pack just upgrades and slightly, ever so slightly changes the vanilla textures. So things like oak wood look pretty much the same how it did before, it's just slightly enhanced, which is exactly what we are going for. Also, real quick, you might notice there's been a few enhancements to Slam City Central that I will go over in just a minute. I just want to finish talking about Prisma first because I can't stop glazing it. Now, with Prisma, one of the things that it changes that I am very happy to share is if you take some of the colored glowstone that I showed off in last episode, you guys might not be able to tell yet, but if I turn it to night, the blue lighting, it just looks so fucking good! This right here, words cannot describe to you how obsessed I am with this. This is something that I have wanted in this world for so goddamn long. Ever since we were on Xbox One Edition, I've always wondered what this world would look like with some colored lighting, and here it is. Oh. So I went ahead and enhanced a couple builds with some of this colored lighting, beginning with Jeffries. Oh yeah, I also added the string lights to Jeffries too, and I can't get over with how good it looks. The tacky lights look so nice.
What the hell?
What the fuck happened to you? Are you okay? Some things about Bug Rock never change, I guess. But if you come into here, I've already changed up a bit of how Jeffries looks on the inside, because when the texture pack changed, it made this look a bit hideous. But you got the blue and the pink lighting in here. It's kind of hard to tell because there's so many of them, and yes, I did kind of overdo it. I might get rid of a couple of them. But this right here, the warmth of the glowstone. Oh, and the reflections! One thing I talked about a lot in the last episode was warmth. And Vibrant Visuals gives that to us, it's just that Prisma Visuals takes that shit to an 11 out of 10. I also took a few of the new awning blocks from the block pack add-on I showed off briefly in last episode, and I used them here in Jeffries, and I think this looks so good. As well as a few other things like this right here. We have air conditioning units now. I still don't know how I feel about the bamboo change. I thought it looked better in the texture pack, and I'm a bit iffy on it now, but it doesn't look bad. So yeah, that's Jeffries and a few of the changes that I made here. Now let me show you guys some of Ford's changes. Oh my god, it's so dark, you can't even see me. Nighttime actually feels like nighttime now. Now, one of the major complaints Ford had with Slam City Central, and I think he mentioned it a bit in the last episode, is that Slam City Central hasn't really felt lived in. So the past couple weeks, Ford has been going around Slam City Central and slowly making his way around the blocks, adding very small details that make this world feel a lot more alive. And he began with the Slam City Central Park. Might I just say, I am of the belief that this is the best that this park has ever looked in this world's 9-year span of life. And Prisma Visuals does a really good job at ensuring that. God, look at all the fireflies, and I think that's from the firefly bushes, or I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if that's a Prisma Visuals thing, but just look at how beautiful this park looks. Ford added small little vendors here with these new barrel items that have different foods and seeds in them. One really cool block that we discovered is the sack block, and this right here is a sack of sugar, and watch this. It closes! Isn't that so cool? So we've been utilizing a lot more of those new... Hold shift to sneak. Can't fall off edges now. First of all, f*** you, Mojang. You don't tell me what to do. Second of all, I think that's a load of shit. Telling me to hold shift, how about you hold my dick? Oh, fuck! I'm okay, guys. I landed in a tree. I'm fine. I just have a really sharp stick that went up my tuxedo hole. Now, one of the things you might be asking is the center part of the park, which is the fountain, it's kind of hard to locate now. I believe the fountain or the center is like... right here? Yeah, I'd say right here. I think he might have made this to mark it? So you might be asking, how do we get to the Slam City Central Underground Mall? Well, we came out with this really cool idea. Ford made a pier right here, and if you dive into the water... Oh, what's that? What's that right there? A secret underground entrance leading right to the underground. You gotta admit, this was really cool and creative. It's weird not having a centerpiece in the park now, but I mean... just... seeing, like, terrain and stuff is throwing me for an absolute loop. I'm just not used to that in this world. And we got this awesome looking oak tree that Ford had actually built a long time ago, and he finally has an excuse to actually use it now. For me personally, it's the super small details like the swing chairs and the wheelbarrows over here, as well as the lanterns hung from the trees that really bring this park design around. These small little things that make these parks and these environments feel like there's actual people in them. Also, I just realized Ford fucked up the placement of this trapdoor, and that was really pissing me off. Oh man, look at these drawbridges. This is so adorable. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that's the other thing. The portal is in a well now. I don't know how I feel about this. But I mean, hey, if we can't get rid of the portal... Oh my god, I almost fell in there. Oh my... I W-keyed a little too hard and I slid off the edge of the stone brick block and I thought I was gonna fall right into that. Whew! Yeah, this is a lot more dangerous now, I presume, than just having it in the tree trunk. But if we can't get rid of it any other way, I guess the well is gonna have to do for now. Here is an aerial view of the park, if you guys were curious. I'm glad we went through with adding all the trees, because if we didn't add the trees yet and we did this would have looked so out of place. Other than the park, of course, Ford actually did a few other things to a couple of the other builds that you'll see here. One of my favorite upgrades he did is right here to my diner. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. There's an actual walkway here now that leads to the entrance as opposed to the entrance just being connected to the road. Ford did this with a lot of different builds over here in an effort to make this section of the world feel a little bit less like a build world and making it look a bit more like an actual proper city. He used the Just Letters mod to add an additional diner sign here, which I do really like, especially with the burger and the arrow, the neon signs he used here. I don't know how I feel about there being two diner signs. Part of me feels like maybe I should get rid of the big sign and keep that one, or maybe I should keep both. Who knows? I don't think he did anything on the inside just yet, but this is yet another example of what I love with Prisma. The reflections of the lights on the walls off of the reflective black and white checkerboard tile. This is what I live for. The diner in general before was probably one of the coziest and warmest places on the world to just sit down and relax in. And with Prisma, it makes that feeling even stronger. Now, another thing that I both like and don't really like with Prisma is the end rods. The end rods glow purple, and the design is good. I really like it. It's almost like a black light type look to it, which, like I said, is really cool and everything, but sometimes it gives you that purple lighting when you don't necessarily want it there. And I think Ford added these lights before we added Prisma. And the police station is another building that he changed, giving it an actual proper walkway here instead of just a super, I believe it was a super straight path going from the road and the parking lot straight to the front door of the police station. But now there's flowers everywhere. The path is actually detailed now. Small little statues with flora. And if you walk along the path that he added here along the side of the building, he added a little playground. I was actually watching him make the roof for this thing, and it was really hurting my head because it was just a bunch of like weird stair placements. But he somehow made this look phenomenal. I believe currently he's struggling to figure out a block that could simulate wood chips. Oh, that animation is so weird but cool at the same time. He used these rope fences from the block pack mod, and he actually managed to successfully use the netherwood in a build without making it look ugly. And I actually recommended this for him. I gave him this idea to make the slide out of roof blocks. I thought that was a pretty good suggestion I gave him, because he was trying to use stairs, but the roof blocks that I saw with the tiling, I think just looked a lot better. We got a swing set here, and he did what I asked if he could do. He added a sandbox. Oh my god, I was telling him that he should add a sandbox, but oh wow. Thank you, Ford. That's really fucking weird. Why is he listening to me all of a sudden? Another very small gripe that we had when we took the texture pack off is base game vanilla blocks like concrete and a couple wools looked a little too vibrant, a little too bright. Especially with the blue when we saw the police station. The blue was nice, but it was a little too bright. But thanks to the add-ons we have, we got blue planks, and this is the type of blue that we really wanted for the police station. A darker, but a bit more pale blue. So it looks like he subbed out the very bright blue concrete for the blue planks, and I think that looks a lot better. He also added these things in the parking spots. I don't know what exactly they're called, what the actual term is. The guardrail, the guard block thingies that are here. He used gutters for these. His attention to detail is so amazing. Another build that was really pissing Ford off for the longest time, even before recently, is the car dealership that Peach made many a years ago. He felt it was such an outdated build, and I will say I agree, and he wanted to find a way to fix it and make it look a lot better. And with the concrete being changed when the texture pack came off, it just didn't look right. So he ultimately settled on yellow terracotta to change out the yellow concrete. This is what the inside looks now. Relatively the same. He didn't really change anything in here, except he did add some of the colored glowstone. This is the white glowstone. But this is the really cool part. Before, the roof of this building was really flat. There was nothing on top of it. Straight flat top. And that was one of the things that pissed me and Ford off a lot. Every time we flew over, it was just really bland and boring. But this is what Ford did to the top. He's got redstone torches up here for some red lighting, walls to simulate vents, adding in so many other things like solar panels, antennas. Even if none of this makes any sense at all to be on top of a car dealership, it's a really slight change to make a very overall bland looking building have some character to it. And I think that's a very big overall point to share with you guys if you guys want building tips. The small little details matter. As much as you might not think they do, they do. Because if you took all of this off the roof, it would look so boring. So if you want my advice, when you feel like you've finished a build, go back and look at it and see if there's any small things that you can add to it. Because that's what Ford has been doing here in Slam City Central, and it has made this world look a billion times better. Here, even look at this. This is kind of hard to see at night, so let me switch it to day. Look, this is what Ford did to the grass here. He intertwined grass blocks with moss blocks to make the lawn look like it was recently mowed. Super small details like that is what makes this world feel like it's actually being lived in now, instead of everything just being thrown together and feeling abandoned. So I would recommend taking a tip or two from Ford here, and if you're having a lawn in the front of your house, it doesn't hurt to throw in a few moss blocks with your grass. One of the more recent changes Ford made to Slam City Central has actually become one of my favorites. He actually touched up Hala's old house. He completely overhauled his front gate and front yard area and made pathing throughout his entire estate, adding in new trees and even upgrading his activities a little bit. Oh, and look at that, he even mowed Hala's lawn too. He even enhanced his backyard as well with the string lights, as you could tell we're obsessed with them, and an upgraded pool area. He used the lattice from the block pack mod over here to make fencing. He's even got a little fire pit area over here, and the blue glowstone lights in the pool make the water look a lot more blue. He's got a grill out here now in front of his, and Ford confirmed this for me, this is a pickleball field. I don't know why Ford decided to give him a pickleball field, but yeah, sure, why not? I guess it fits Hala's character. Now, in order for Ford to have done this, we actually got rid of a road that used to be here. One that we found to just be really unnecessary, and every time I flew by this area, I've always wanted to just get rid of it, but Ford and Peach beat me to it. So it gave Ford a bit more extra room to work in an upgraded backyard for Hala. Which, by the way, I love this gate design Ford made with the hanging signs. Ooh, I love it. So yeah, this is Hala's house. This is an aerial shot of it, if you were curious. And I think the last change Ford made is over here in the cemetery. Oh, that archway is so fucking cool. Look at that. There's a heart in the archway too. Holy shit. Yeah, he also changed up the heart that was here in the cemetery, and it looks a lot nicer now. It's also a lot bigger, and just the way the heart reflects off of the polished granite. One really cool thing is Prisma visuals and Bedrock shaders, I guess we want to call them that way, run a hell of a lot better than Java shaders, I'll tell you that. So I guess that's one thing Bedrock has going for it. Before we close out today's episode, I want to show you guys a quick little montage I threw together, showcasing just how beautiful Slam City is with Prisma visuals. So grab some tissues because you're about to have some liquid coming out of your holes. And I'm not just talking about your tear ducts.